Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the newest fragrance from Gallagher Fragrances, Septamber. This fragrance is something that when I learned about the notes, I was very excited for because it has a apricot note in here, some black tea, hay, rose, and I absolutely love the way that Gallagher just creates scents. So when I got this bottle, I was very excited, and so I'm very excited to review this scent for you today. So if you'd like to know what I think, then keep watching. For transparency purposes, this bottle was sent to me for free. So I know that some people don't like free bottle reviews, some people don't care, but I always like to let you guys know in the very beginning of a fragrance review where I got a bottle, if it was sent to me for free or if it was something that I purchased. Now Gallagher has been creating scents for a very long time, and I've mentioned in a variety of previous videos that the way that he creates scents is how I love seeing fragrances. Wearable, interesting. There's something about them that's quirky, but something about them that I really enjoy. I resonate with the house of Gallagher Fragrances, and I have purchased a lot of fragrances from this house too. When I learned about the notes of Septamber, I was very excited, and I was always very happy and blessed to have been given a bottle to review for free, but this is something I would have purchased if it wasn't given to me. But I know where a bottle comes from for reviewers is important, so I like to let you guys know. Now, the notes in here, there's a bunch. So the featured notes are going to have apricot, black tea, neroli. There's going to be some rose, red wine, oakwood, honeyed amber, labdanum, vanilla, maple, immortelle, tobacco, benzoin, hay, and leather. Now, first and foremost, I will say that this is a unisex shared fragrance. There's parts of this fragrance that definitely smell like it could lean more on the masculine side. It's drier and broomy. It's got kind of like a wet leaf tobacco smell to it, which I really enjoy. But the beautiful, soft, honeyed apricot definitely helps it be more of an anchored, shared fragrance. So it depends on how you'd like to smell. Some people prefer the more women's side of the fragrance aisle, more soft flowers, more sweet florals, things like that. Leathers and tobaccos and dry aromatics tend to be found on men's marketed fragrances, but this definitely smells more shared. However, if you prefer to not wear tobaccos, dry fragrances, and things like that, just understand, sample this fragrance first. But it doesn't smell like a men's fragrance. It definitely smells more on the shared, like in the middle. But I like the balance that everything has. It's a beautiful, very sexy fall fragrance, which is why it made it into my sexy, very loud fragrances for fall, because it is just that. Now the tea note in here is the one of the main notes that I don't find to be super loud and proud, which is fine because I'm very particular about my tea, but you do smell it in the background. I find it to be more of like a English breakfast type of tea scent, more of a PG Tips or red rose tea bag kind of tea note rather than a distinctive Kimam or a Darjeeling or thing like that. I like more the balance between the woods, the balance with the florals, and this gorgeous ambery, apricot-y, mapley softness that envelopes a dry kind of broomy hay and tobacco. And I think that that's what really makes this very special and very sexy and very appropriate for fall. Now, what I like a lot is whenever stone fruits are used as notes in fragrances, because I find their smell to be very distinctive, like plum and peach and apricot. There's something about the way that those fruits smell that add a nice, beautiful, distinctive quality to a fragrance rather than it just smelling tutti frutti. And I like it when it's paired appropriately with other aromatics or woods or florals. And I like that The apricot in here smells almost more glazed and less front and center fruit, but you can still pick it up. And it's working really nicely with some dry woods, some beautiful tobacco and leathers, and some gorgeous aromatics. I really love the way that this comes together on the skin. First and foremost, this is a strong ambery fragrance. It does have a bit of dryness to it. It does have a bit of power to it. It does have some fruitiness to it. The leather in here is nice and strong. The tobacco in here is nice and powerful. It's fruity and sexy and just really gorgeous on the skin. I like how you can pick up the florals. The florals work more balancing the apricot and softening part of the hay and the tobacco and the leather. So they're more of like what I like to call like the mayonnaise of the formula that kind of helps everything commingle really beautifully and work really well on the skin. Sometimes with fruity notes and fragrances, and like specifically rose, it can come off jammy. You can pick up the distinctive rose here and there, but it's not a rose scent. So if you do not like rose, you're not going to pick up like a dominant rose scent. I'd say you're going to get more amber, more dry woods, more hay and tobacco, and a nice beautiful fruity glaze of apricot on your skin. It's really sexy. It's perfectly appropriate for fall, and that beautiful kind of honeyed strong amber is going to sit on your skin the entire time and be really, really beautiful. I've absolutely loved this scent a lot. It's really gorgeous, and again, another perfectly appropriate fragrance for fall, something very sexy, something very loud, something very bold and daring, at the same time very wearable, again, which is what I enjoy a lot about Gallagher fragrances. So I have been loving and wearing a lot of Septamber since I got it, and today I'm actually layering Septamber and Wicked Good. My idea for layering these two, and it's close, it's really, really good. I have used to love to go to, like, when I was like little, like when I was in like high school, I guess that's little because that was like over 22 years ago, it was a long time ago. I used to love to go to the mall and go to those chocolate shops, those confectionery shops I used to think were super bougie, and spend like $3 on those like candied lemon peels or orange peels that were like dipped in chocolate. I loved those. Or you get like the dried fruit, like dried apricot or dried mango dipped in like dark chocolate. I love those, love those. I love that kind of like deep fruitiness and chocolate. And so I thought like mixing these two together would be really, really good and kind of reminiscent of that. And it actually is. It works really well together. I will say go 2 sprays of this and 1 of this. So 2 to 1 to get that nice kind of blend of chocolatey, sweet, slightly fruitiness. And the nice thing about this is the woods and the aromatic and the amber play really nicely with Wicked Good. If you have more of this, it gets kind of lost, weirdly. So 2 to 1 Wicked Good to Septamber if you have the opportunity to try them blended together. It smells really, really nice. I've been enjoying it. That was actually my Halloween scent. So yeah, so that is my review of Septamber. So, oh, real quick, longevity, that's important. Great longevity on my skin. I think the first time I wore it, I got like 10 hours. I get about 6 to 8 hours generally. If I spray it on clothes, I get 10 hours on skin, about 6 to 8. I would say the projection and sillage is moderate. So the first like few hours, it's going to be kind of billowy and fill a room, and then it gets a little bit more, I would say, intimate. So it's not going to be the type of fragrance that's going to completely overtake a room. But if you're going to be wearing it to a party, or if you want to make an impression with a fragrance, the first few hours, it definitely will make an impression. It's something very sexy and great to wear, but it's not suffocating or overpowering, which is really nice. And you get a lot of more of the apricot, and the amber is what really projects, rather than so much of the leather and the tobacco and the hay and the florals. And I like how those 2 notes smell in the air. They smell really, really nice. So Anyway, now that is the end of my review. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you've had the opportunity to try this fragrance, I would love to know what you guys think, positive or negative. Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!